find a good goddess to put in the background here. Just a second here. Where is my Caledwin at? Just a moment here. Let me find one. There it is. There is my Caledwin. There, I am live. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise, mother dewy grass, night is morn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you. It is I, your bard, bringing you your spiritual entertainment with my wonderful goddess Caledwin here in the background. You see her in all her beauty that she brings an inspiration in the world. Yes, every day I am here, right? I am here to bring you that entertainment that you deserve. And it's good to see you, Vixen. And Vixen, our great servant of Anubis. And also Vixos. Good to see our good friend over there in Seattle, Washington. Now that's like, it's 4 a.m. over there. Vixus, don't you sleep? You are doing too much of the Seattle's best coffees over there. You made hot caramel cocoa. You just got out of bed. So you are an early riser like me. And prostate exam is here. Good to see you, prostate exam. And Sir Flame Drop. And Iceland, I see Iceland is in there as well. It's good to have all our good friends here. Real early in the morning for most people, right? So it's 7 a.m. for me. I get up at 5 a.m. usually every morning and begin my spiritual entertainment by making YouTube shorts every morning. You know, I start out by making satirical shorts about the Bible, and then I also make shorts about druidry and other wise sayings. This morning I used Voltaire. You know, he talked about, you're being controlled when you cannot speak ill about the one that has that power over you, right? I mean, that's obvious wisdom, but some people don't know that, right? And I share, right before I got on here to do this, I shared I use like art from various artists and things, and I make it come alive. And I saw this painting of the doctor, this wonderful, beautiful painting of the doctor with animals. He had a little bear on his lap. He is petting the bear. And so I made my AI put rabbits coming and squirrels and all kinds of animals coming to it. The doctor, to me, is the best archetype of a divine father. And I've studied many mythologies, many theologies, and the doctor, to me, there's nothing like this good God. You know, he's good at what he does, right? The goodness is the ability to do things well. And one of the things he does well is being a father. The doctor's fatherhood is based in self-giving. It is based in the nurturing of fatherhood, of love. That is the basis. When you see the doctor, you don't see a judge. You see this being that you wish to embrace. That's what you see when you see the doctor. Unlike other deities. Now, if you contrast the doctor with the Christian father, you don't see father first. What do you see? You see judge. There's an imbalance there. And most people aren't able to have a father God that are Christian because their God is not a father first. He is a judge first. All this is, the idea of fatherhood is in there, but the judges first. And the judge is very vindictive. He separates sheep from goats. He torments people for all eternity. This is not the image of a loving father. The Dagda is. No, not Doctor Who. The Dagda, Daga, is the Celtic father god, the father of the Tutha Dananan. He is the elder god in that the Celtic pantheon. He's a fatherly figure, and his cauldron. Yeah, I know. I have a horrible pronunciation, right? Yeah, the Dagda, to me, is the perfect image of a father in every way, in humor, in living life, enjoying life. The Dagda to me is one of the best mythologies that are out there in terms of fatherhood. Now, obviously, when you read a mythology, it is not accurate. The mythology points the way. The beauty of the mythology of the Dagda, which is not perfect, it is not all true, is that it points you to the reality of the Divine Father, right? There's only one Father. There's only one Mother, right? The Lord and the Lady. And their mystery is revealed in our humanity, right? And how we love one another. That's how I understand this great being, the Dagda. I think that his mythology is the best. The good Dagda, yes. You get up early to tend the wood stove. The furnace isn't working. Yeah, that's a challenge, right? You got to keep that wood stove, that burning the all night long, right, to keep your station warm. His cauldron is never empty. His children are never. Yeah, the symbol of the Dagda, his cauldron, is one of plenty. It is a symbol of eternal sufficiency, of always giving. There's never no one that is not welcome to the cauldron of the Dagda. What did I had a poem that I wrote. I'm trying to come to the feast of Buna Bani, come to the cauldron of the Dagda. I can't remember the rest of it, but there you. Let me try to remember it. Doesn't. I wrote it so long ago, but it's about his cauldron being ever plenty, ever sufficient for humanity. When you have a Dagda father, a real father, as your, the top of how you see divinity, the judgment part is secondary. Fathers do judge their children. Fathers do guide their children. Fathers, to not discipline your children is abandonment. The idea that a fatherly being just lets you do whatever the hell you want is really bullshit, right? That is a bad depiction of a father. But the judgment of the father is secondary, meaning how he judges out of love. But you don't have that like in Christianity. It is the opposite. The father is secondary. The lover is secondary. The judge is, and this is terrible. It really is. Because that's, I'm still dealing with trauma from that, leaving Christianity, having to contradict this, this stuff that was drilled into me about having to do everything right or I'm screwed. That's how people see in the Western culture. It's been poisoned by the Abrahamic traditions to see a God who is a judge rather than a lover, rather than a fatherly being or a motherly being. And it's really affects, countless people every day. They wake up, they don't think they're going to be able to please. They feel guilty, they feel shame. And it's a terrible pattern that's taught to the next generation of people that are raised in that religion. It is really terrible, that guilt and that shame that is so ever present. amongst Christian folk, right? The good doctor, yes. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Coming down from the great Mount Olympus, through the ages, through the eons, it is the goddess Athena, here to share her wisdom with us. Good to see you, Athena. Good to have you here, our good friend. It's late for you, too. What is it, 4 a.m. over there where you are over in Alaska? You're in Alaska, right? You might even be later. It might be 3 a.m. I don't know. Depends on what part of Alaska you're in, right? Oh, man. Everyone getting up early to be here for their spiritual entertainment. Yeah, this is also the last day of no school for most of my children. I had one child go back. I have my son still here from college. He's got a whole week before he returns back to school. Oh, it is 3 a.m. where you are in Alaska. Yeah. Wow. You haven't been able to sleep? You are. Yeah, I got up quite late as well. I got up early, rather. I got up at like 1 a.m. So I'm quite tired. I just took my medication for my pain, so I might get tired and take a nap right after the show. Burning the midnight oil with spiritual entertainment. Oh, let's see. Yeah, disciples, yes. Abuse and torment, no. Yeah, disciplines, yeah. Disciplines, yes. You see how some of these crazy Christians, when they come on here, they start saying, wouldn't as you're a father, right? Wouldn't you discipline your children? Not like the God of the Bible does. I don't create a pit of torment in my backyard and scare the shit out of them into obedience. I mean, that's terrible, right? Am I in Ireland? Top of the morning to you. No, I am not from Ireland. I am from the wonderful land of Florida. That is where I am from. Yeah, some people think I have an Irish accent. They cannot place it sometimes. So are you Welsh? Well, I am all of these things in terms of my ancestry, but my accent is part of my bardic work of a narrator's voice. I change I'm able to change the way I see the world up here. And then I enter a new state of consciousness that allows me to be here, to have these conversations with you. My children love it when I'm in my narrator's voice. My people in my dungeon, when I'm a dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons, they love my narrator's voice, right? Let's see here. Yes, so many children are being disappeared and unalive. Parents are really losing it. Yeah, it's terrible, right? It's terrible. Yeah, but nice to see you. Red Wall Scarnifort. Good to see you. Jeremy, your kids are going back today. They woke up early, excited to pick out the new clothes, bags packed with coats, just waiting for the hour. Excited, yeah. You're getting them ready for school. Oh, wonderful. Florida freaks you out with all its sinkholes. Yeah, that's scary, right? That's one of the things. When I was walking out into my grove in the middle of the swamp where no one can find me, what happens if I fall in a sinkhole? I'm screwed. I mean, really. There's no way no one would be able to find me, right? Yeah, sinkholes are scary. Sometimes people drive down the road and a sinkhole opens up. There they go. Right, homes get swallowed up around here in sinkholes. Yeah. It happens all the time. Yeah, that is a thing to be concerned about. Now, in my grove, there's a depression in the ground that goes up and down goes probably about 3 feet down. Yeah, when I saw that, I got kind of concerned. Maybe that's a sinkhole there. I better not walk in the middle of that anymore. Yeah, Florida is kind of crazy. With the sinkholes, with the Florida man, and all of the other crazy shit we have down here in the land of Florida. Oh, let's see here. Inquisitor Bacon is here. There he is. Good to see you. Making sure that nothing kosher is going on here. Good to see you, our good friend Inquisitor Bacon. And Jeffrey, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you are doing well. Glad that you are here for your spiritual entertainment. in the morning, always bringing one to, and the brainless one, the brainless one. Am I a real priest? I am the real priest of entertainment. Yes, I am the high priest of entertainment. Let's see. Yeah, I used to be. Yeah, I am an entertainer. I am an entertainer. You will not be denied your destiny. You are Nelius. All right, Darth Nelius. I hope that the dark side works out for you, that you're able to come obstacles and things. It takes earthquakes and dark winters over there where you are. Let's see. Everyone's looking for the high priestess of the orchard. It might be too early for her. We'll see. Good morning to you, the brainless one. The poor guy that was in his bedroom and the sinkhole swallowed him. Yeah, I remember that story. His brother tried to save him. They never found him. And I thought that was pretty shitty, that what they did to that. They just abandoned him down there. They were afraid to go down in the hole. I mean, what if that was like the president's son? People would be in that place, right? I thought that was pretty shitty, just to abandon the search, right? Because they're afraid to go down a damn hole. I mean, I thought that was terrible. I thought it was terrible to do that. You know, you have all of these professional people, spelunkers and things, you know, that could be called upon, resources used. You know, I don't know the complete story, but I remember that. And I was quite puzzled why they did not continue the search. Let's see here. Where are we at here? They never did found him, yeah. They never found him. Olaf donated 100 through Super Chat. Yeah, go ahead, Olaf. I want to see it. I do this for a living, so if you do that, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Do you have a good spiritual practice to quit smoking? Well, the thing with smoking, it is a strong chemical binding reality that you deal with, right? It is near impossible, right? To walk away from it, right? Because it draws you back. The chemicals. You have to think in terms of the spiritual reality of the chemicals first. That the chemical process that you experience with nicotine, you have to wean yourself off of it slowly, and then you can be free. And that could take a long time, but there is victory. Now, if you understand the chemicals, that you'll keep going away from it, and you'll be able to get back to where you were before you started smoking. Where it'll just be like a psychological thing. You've been able to retain this memory of pleasure that keeps coming at you. You know, your brain is forever altered because of your long-term addiction, right? You know, people always go back to the smoking. But in terms of the spirituality of addiction is that you turn your addiction into spirituality. And how do you do that? By saying no to it. You grow in your spiritual experience. You get power. You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? As Nietzsche said, what this thing here is for you now is a beast. It is your personal demon that is going to challenge you. Say, do you want to be great? Then you have to defeat me. It is your personal demon that is always going to remind you that it's there. You know, the Christ said you have to take up your cross, right? This is your cross to bear for the rest of your life, your addiction. And that's not a bad thing. It is a good thing because you can draw power from it. You can grow in your, spirituality by saying no. Because what is the end result of saying no? A better health, a better you, right? So that is the spirituality of dealing with addictions, is you don't see them as an evil, but as a friend, a personal demon that says, do you want to be great? Do you want to be wonderful? Then you have to defeat me, right? That's what it is. You know, your personal demon that's always going to be there. That will make you great if you let it. Yeah, don't see it as an evil. it's always going to be there with you, but treat it as something that will lead you to greatness. Let's see here. But nice to see you, Ben Xavier. Good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of people that struggle with that, right? My spiritual father died from it. He smoked 3 packs a day. He could not stop. He kept trying, and then he got lung cancer. He kept doing it. And finally, he experienced his death. It was sad, right? You don't have to be that way. Learn a lesson, right? Let's see here. Look, where are we at here? Scrolling through. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning to you as well. Glad that yes, I am the high priest of entertainment. That is what I am. Nothing more, nothing less. High as a kite on the weed gummies always. Yeah, I try. I would prefer to be sober. I really would. But it's really hard to sit in a chair. I want to take my sons out hiking today. The only way I can do it is if I'm high. I mean, the pain is so great. My pain threshold after an hour just goes further and further down. At 3 hours, I'm at my maximum pain threshold, and it's terrible. Let's see here. You are trapped between a rock and a hard place. I want to dive deeper into my faith, but I feel so disconnected to the poles. I don't know what a pulse is. The idea, you're not alone in feeling disconnected, feeling not spiritual. That's not the deity's fault or the spirit or whatever you have. It's you. You are choosing to feel that way. You're not disconnected. You have to rethink of your experience as a spiritual one in all that you do. And you grow in. Now, what you're really looking for, we get hooked on transcendence really easy, right? It's like smoking. Transcendence is a wonderful drug. It gets, people, they just can't get enough. But when you're hooked on transcendence, you don't grow because you are addicted. You're like a baby always needing the breast milk. That's what, these transcendent experiences that we have, they are there to help us. They're not there for us to stay there always, right? You're supposed to go back to where you were. That is like milk that allows you to continue. This is the spirituality here. All of the bullshit that we struggle with, that is what makes us great. That is what makes us have a story to tell. Yeah, that's what makes us all bards in a way. Let's see here. You have today off. Good for you. Prostate exam. Yeah, you keep you asked me a few times prostate exam on my Dungeons and Dragons short if it was really me. Yeah, that is me. I play D&D here every Friday, and I make Dungeons and Dragons shorts as well. Spiritual entertainment is quite diverse, right? We have a good time in many different ways, right? Gothic Sailor, good to see you. Good to have you here. Oh, let's see here. Scrolling through here. Most folks are just about to go back to work today after the holidays. Yeah, right. I have to work all the time. No one's entertaining you. I have to do it. BLT Sandwich. Good to see you. I bet you're making Inquisitor Bacon quite happy right now. He likes to see that in the chat. That bacon gets him going. Good morning, XXXXXX. Good to XEX. Good to see you, our good friend. Ben, thank you. I will do my best to quit. Now, that's a bad mentality. Do my best. No, you don't do your best. You don't try. You live the life. You live the life. You practice it. You aspire to it. You don't give something a chance. That doesn't do shit. It's like people say, well, I got nothing. Everything's bad right now. Maybe I'll try prayer. That doesn't do shit for you. It's really, you have to have the mentality that this is my lifestyle now. You have found that nicotine keeps the youthful energy trapped, but that might just be you. Coming off it is easy, but you start with small stuff. Reduce the amount each day, right? Reduce the amount. Here comes bitching Mike Piccolo. Yes, I'm Beelzebub's apprentice. Yeah. It's strange you never drink alcohol, and my demon is the cigarette. I will do my best. Yeah. Yeah, good for you, Ben. I'm glad that you are able to learn that about yourself. Yeah, don't bash yourself over it. Give yourself compassion, as the goddess Athena says here. There's no shame. We're all addicted to shit. All of us are, yeah, in one way or another. Smoking and drugs and alcohol are demonized because of their problems that they caused. But people are addicted to their cell phones. People are, try living out with your cell phone. You feel yourself doing this shit all the time, right? And we have all of these addictions in life. There's so many of them. Let's see here. Scrolling through here. You feel the same way? You want to study more about the Anubis and Dear Mother Goddess, but that you don't have the personal time. Yeah. What is there to study? Really, right? There's so much literature out there about various deities that people write their opinions, right? I find that the best type of study is to be in the presence. That is more beneficial than, because when you're reading a book about a mythology, an interpretation, you're just reading someone's interpretation. Maybe they might certainly have good ideas, right? They might have good insight into symbolism. But the best experience is being in the presence, letting the presence teach you, just sitting down, not trying to do anything, just being there, and let that presence teach you all that you need to know. Noah Flood, you have a dudgeon? I bet you do. You realize that smoking was just an oral fixation? Oh boy. Jeez. Oh man. That's just like a magical word there when people say that, oral fixation. I replaced it with chewing bubblegum. Afterwards, he weaned off nicotine. It was good. No withdrawals or anything for you. Yeah. Yeah. Every month, I have to wean myself off of opioids. I've been doing opioids for 20 years. I usually do them in the morning time. I don't get high off them. They just cut the edge off. I'm like used to it. My body's, but once there's like usually about a week where I don't do them at all. Like right now, I have been off opioids for a week. Yeah. And I'll be back on them tomorrow when I go see my doctor. He gives me injections in my back and shit. But I do that, to be able to maintain sobriety. Sobriety to me is the best high, the best way to experience life, the best way to encounter it is. If you're high all the time, you're going to miss out on a lot of shit. Some of you do abuse drugs, and I'm not your judge. You're still loved. Kedwin loves you, but you really are suffering at your own expense the mystery of life in all of its glory. Now some of us, we have to be on drugs all the time, right? Because of our pain, and that's not our fault. But many people, they do abuse drugs, and I am against drug abuse. I am, even though I get high. I am against drug abuse. Yeah, I have to take urine tests when I go to my doctor to make sure that I'm not abusing drugs, because the opioids are really, really monitored by the government because of all of the abuse. 1 out of 3 people get addicted to it, and they do crazy shit like they go smash the arm in a doorway so they can go to a doctor, right? So it also, I have to have when I go in to my doctor, if the opioids, they go out of your system usually within 3 days. So I have to save a pill before I go in. If I don't have it in my system, they'll think I'm selling my opioids. And I've gotten in trouble a few times already for that, because I want to be sober for a week. And I've gotten in trouble. My doctor says, I'm not going to be able to give you any of this anymore if you are sober, because the government will think I'm selling the opioids. Yeah, the opioid abuse is really bad, really bad. Let's see here. We are doing well. We are doing well here. Good to see you, Lexi. Good to have you here. I don't know what the hell that is, what you're saying there. Are you Icelandic? I can't tell what that is. No, there'd probably be more dots and shit if that was Icelandic. Let's see, where are we at here? Keredwin is the truth. I agree. Keredwin is the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Awan but by her. Oh, look at this. Yes, thanks for your channel. I learned many things. You're welcome, Ben Xavier. We are glad that you are here, receiving your spiritual entertainment. You like to be swaddled? I bet you do. I bet you do. You do wear your Anaput shirt at all times, and your Anubis lapis lazuli power pendant. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I wear my triskelion all the time. I never take it off to honor my ancestors. Thomas, notice how they dress as Catholic priests. They know what the true religion really is. The Catholic Church is one of the most controlling and manipulative organizations in the world. That is why I left. That is true. Very, very true. Let's see. Prostate exam, you are recovering. You had something, all of your addictions stem from me not wanting to be here anymore. Yeah, you could certainly make a case that most addictions are based in a desire to transcend, a desire to not want to be right here. That's one, like, you know you have a problem with it. When you sit down in meditation, what happens? You're trying to go somewhere else, right? Either through your imagination by daydreaming, or, doing a rituals, or focusing on magical words to go somewhere else. You should be right here. This is where the best I is. All the gods want to be here. Why are you trying to run away on your meditation to go somewhere else? Everything within you is wonderful. When you learn that about yourself, you'll have much, much more joy in the world, and you'll seek to find it in other places, much, much less. Let's see here. Joshua, we're not interested in your religion. You keep talking about your religion over and over again. We're not interested. That hit home for you when you first heard about it? Yeah. What kind of opiates? What do I use? It's called hydrocodone. That's what I use in the mornings usually for my arthritic pain. You're a cool person. You would be a good book writer. I enjoy it. Yeah, I can't write. I am not a writer. My wisdom comes just as it is here in the moment. If I wrote it in the book, it would not be me. I am not a writer. Now I do write poetry, but I'm not good at that as well. I mean, I really amateur. My thing is here. Let's see where. Demon is here. Good to see our good friend the Demon. Good to have you here. You're in a position where drugs, are the only thing that makes your pain bearable. Yeah, conventional pain medicine doesn't work for phantom pain. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, some of us need drugs all of the time, or like I've tried like whole bottles of Motrin. I mean, there's nothing that helps marijuana is the best. Marijuana has been the best. I'm in the same situation as you, Father. 20 years for multiple sclerosis. I feel for you and hope for your pain decreases. It hasn't, but my pain is, something I must, bear with, as other people do in this world, and it has a story to it, right? It's not like something that is, not a part of me. From my own pain, I'm able to have relate to other people. I'm able to, go to places that I wouldn't normally go before. Like, being here on YouTube, right? If I was able to walk all the time, maybe I'd be out in some missionary field somewhere for Canada here. Who knows, right? So, our pain, it belongs to us. Now, what are you going to do with it? You're going to let it tell you how you're going to live? You're going to let it destroy you? You're going to let it mock you? No, you have to take charge of your pain. It is part of you. It is there. And you have to learn to cope with it, certainly. But you don't have to let it dictate your destiny. Good to see you, Equinox. Christopher, nice to see you. Let's see. Remember, I talk about your mother-in-law that has schizophrenia. She flipped last night, hit you, and spat on you. It was right when they talked, just like a demon, to get them out. Well, sometimes, people that struggle with these things. I am not a mental health person. I am a spiritual person, and sometimes when you're dealing with people of severe mental disorders, you have to love them in a cautious way. I have a son who's prone to violence. He has mental disabilities. And I have to learn to deal with that. It's a struggle. Dealing with me. He's real young, and he's tried to fight me. He's tried to fight my wife. And dealing with that. I don't want to put him on drugs. Maybe when he's older, marijuana might help calm him down. But you're dealing with that in a protective way. Now, some of the shit that comes out of his mouth, sounds quite evil. And now, that is his mental illness. That is not him. And you have to be able to see beyond that. That is still a human being that spit on you, that attacked you. That's still a human being. And it's difficult to continue, especially when, mother-in-laws are like a step away from, that normal bond that you would have with your own mother, right? And it's easy to look at the other person that they're not, a human being. You have to overcome that. And I know that might be a struggle for you, Christopher, to do. Love is the greatest response. If you think it's a demon, love is the greatest response to it. If it's a demon, it wants you to be afraid. It wants you to treat your mother-in-law as an object. Don't play that game. Now, I don't know in terms of your size as a man compared to the female structure of your. If it's when she hits you and attacks you, if it's something that puts you in your life in danger, but sometimes I remember, my mother watches. I remember one time my mother beat me with a broom, and I just thought I laughed at her. That was kind of a negative situation in that regard. But what I'm getting at is when you're being attacked, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. Mom, you're not hurting me. I love you. Whatever voices are coming out of your mouth in your schizophrenia, I love you. You're important to me. Do the opposite of what the voices want you to do. That's how you defeat evil in the world. And certainly this is a manifestation, even though it might just be a mental illness. It might be certainly just a manifestation of evil in one form or another. All right, let's see here. Sophia is not the way. Okay, whatever. You are not a priest. How do you know, dickhead? Let's see. Homosexuality. What about it? What about it? Are you promoting homosexuality? That's fine. I don't have a problem with your homosexuality. That's good. You do you. Let's see. I am more confused than the gays. Are they like a separate entity of humanity to you? The gays. Are they like the boogeyman that comes out of your closet? Look, it is the gays. Ah. Why do you call them the gays? What do they call you? Do gay people, we have my gay friends on here. Do you call people that are heterosexual the straights? They are the straights. Be warned, look out. The straights are here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The gays. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, where's the femboy? I don't know. He doesn't come here that often. He makes rare appearances. He's quite funny because he starts some of you have met Femboy for Christ that comes on. He starts using the Bible and talks about his dressing up as a female and being effeminate. And he uses Bible verses to justify to other Christians, because I'm not a Christian. I don't give a shit what he says. He's quite hilarious, right? You use fentanyl? That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, Gwendolyn is here, the high priestess of the orchard, Aes Sedai. Good to see you, our good friend Gwendolyn. Oh, I'm just a tad behind here. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. No, that's what slave masters tell you. I don't think so. Yeah, you love not fearing your goddess, right? I don't either. Celadwyn is wonderful. Celadwyn is wonderful. You know how guys stereotypically really think it's not when two women kiss? Yes, it works the other way around like that too. As a woman, I think it's cute to watch guys kiss in a compassionate way. Fear keeps us trapped and keeps us from remembering who we truly are. To live in fear is to keep oneself with one's life and memories. There, see, Athena is a goddess. She knows. She knows these things, right? Oh, let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's see. It's hard conquering addictions being low oil, organic, plant-based. Even the Lady Madonna struggled with it. Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. To live in fear is to bind your own self to the extremely low vibrator of fear. It breeds disease and negative things inside of you. Yes, I think a low vibrator of fear would do that. Yeah. I don't know if my gummies are kicking in right now. How am I reading your response there? Yeah, stay away from low vibrators of fear. Cotton Rudolph is here. Okay, good to see you. Let's see here. I don't need to be saved from God from all eternity. Joshua, I told you I'm not interested in your religion, and you keep doing it here. That's called being rude, right? Joshua, I'm not interested in being saved from your God by Jesus the God. I don't need to be saved from a God. My God is a rational being. She isn't going to destroy me for having the wrong ideas. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? Oh, let's see. No politics here. We don't do that shit here. You have a 2-year-old seeing. Well, you have a responsibility to if you have no other place, then that's one thing, right? If your child is stuck in that situation, you have to, 2 years old, you really have to create an environment of protection for that child, because that trauma from seeing that will last forever. So you have a responsibility to deal with that in the best way that you can, right? Now, some children see trauma and there's nothing they could do. The next step is to help them cope with that. Let's see here. Scrolling through. I'm big. It hurts still 12 hours later. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Christopher. I really am sorry for your struggles. We have all sinned. No, just you, Joshua. Just you. Sin is your bullshit religion, not mine. Everyone stop believing in his origin. Believe in Jesus Christ instead. What does that have to... Origin. What is the origin? What do you mean by that? Believing in his origin? You have to explain it for me, Allison. Is this some type of new Christian fundamentalism that I've not heard of yet? The origin? I don't know what that means. Fear is how the few control the masses. It's an extremely powerful tool of the darker forces. The hardest challenges are faced with overcoming the fears. Yeah. The church, they made her that way. I'm sorry to hear that. Joshua with many wives. Good to see you, our good friend. Joshua with the many wives. Chris, do you know the Gnostic texts? I've read a few of them, yeah. How I see things is based on the gospel of truth, that Jesus as a divine figure comes here only to help us to get back on track, that we have lost our way. He doesn't come because of sin. He doesn't come because of a God that's pissed off. And he dies because he is human. There's no idea of paying for any sins or anything. He dies because he is human. He dies because he has a cause. That is it. Walking the light. Are you a preacher, sir? No, I am not. I am an entertainer. I am just a bard. That's all I am. Just trying to make my way in the world. Your bard here for your spiritual entertainment. I am not a preacher. I am a lover. That is what I am. You love gays? Good. Yeah. We love our gay people, right? Let's see. Who is behind you? Believe it in a different origin. Oh, you're talking about Caledon here? Why do you have to make them compete with Jesus? Jesus and Caledon are friends for me. There's no competition. They work together in bringing goodness into the world. Oh, you do, Gwendolyn. You sometimes you do call them the straights. That's funny. That really is funny. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't realize that. The straights. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Paul, good to see you. It is not a sin to live. It is the human condition, all things considered. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Oh, my goodness. The straights. That is hilarious. I can't wait to use that when I'm gay on Tuesday. That we're going to get with my gay people and look at the straights. I learned a new word today. Oh, man. We'll have to use that as a special word here. When we find a homophobic people on here, we can call them, the straights have spoken. Oh, man. Let's see here. The gays, there's such an exotic birds to flock here. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is wonderful. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Where am I at here now? The straights got me off track here in the comments. Let me scroll through some of this shit here. Now. All right, here, I found my way. What type of Christian are you, sir? A fun one, I guess. I'm not really a Christian. I don't believe in the institution at all. Jesus to me was like Socrates, a person who came to change the world. You don't see like the the Church of Socrates out there pushing his philosophy. Socrates changed the world, and so did Jesus Christ. All the shit that that contradicts that, I'm against. This, like some of these people, they're organizations that control and manipulate people's narratives, right? And that's what I think happened. I don't think there was ever supposed to be a church, ever. This is something that was a manipulation, right? I think he is a universal human being, the Christ, that gets us back on track, teaches us about the power of love and our purpose, our value in the world. In that regard, I still am a Christian. Those are valuable to me. But in terms of practice, I have a goddess here behind me. That should give you a clue to where I stand in terms of divinity. You got 8. Strength is 8 for you. Prostate exam. You abuse Xanax, but we all need our drugs. Well, abuse is one thing. Need a real, honest need. That is another, right? If you're using drugs just to cope with life, that's an abuse. That is an abuse, right? Certainly, recreation is healthy, like a recreational use of drugs. That is a healthy thing. But the idea of you have to get up and get high now, just to get through the day, that is an abuse. You understand sin as a concept is real, but as objective reality, they are not real. Yeah, I agree. It's how ancient people understood their gods, right? They're always pissed off, and because of you and me and everyone, right? It's really a primitive understanding of divinity that Christians still believe in, right? The Abrahamic religions. Your dad shits like a frog, and I don't know why. Well, what are you doing looking at his bowel movements? Let's see. Where are we at here? Father Deacon beats off on all 4. Well, you really need to stop taking lessons from my sexuality for your way of life. I do what I do as an entertainer, What you do is real. And goodbye, pervert. You are banned from this channel. Mushroom gummies, they do have them. I've taken them. They're terrible. Oh man, I the first time I did mushroom gummies, there was a pack of 4 of them, and it said the heroic dose is all 4. So I did all 4. Yeah, and I felt like I was dying. I mean, it was so intense. It was unnatural, the intensity. Now, someone who abuses drugs, it might be no big deal to them. Like, oh, this is wonderful. But for me, it was like I'm on a rocket ship, and I don't like the gravity feeling. You ever be on one of those G-force machines? I went on one at Epcot Center in Florida. We have Disneyland and all that shit over here. I went on the rocket ship ride where it's a simulator, and it takes you up and lands you on a planet. I threw up. It was terrible. But that's what it's like with these synthetic mushrooms. You shoot up really, really fast. And that I hate going through that. And then you come to the place that is good, and that's when it's kind of okay, and you come down out of that. I don't like it. Let's see here. Friendly Moose VR, nice to see you. What is the meaning of life? I am just curious what your opinion is on this. To be loved. It's real simple. You are made. If you are an act of creation, it is for the purpose of love. If you have always existed, your existence, the power of your existence, if you are really an eternal being, if you are a divinity, It is based in love. Everything is based in love. To be loved. Think of your humanity. You are meant to be receiving, right? Everything that we are nourished upon our what is outside of us. Little babies, right? They need to be loved. We are for the life is for loving, being loved. And the mystery out of that is that we can return the love. And that is the great wonder of our existence. That's how I understand it. I tend to think that perhaps we are eternal beings. I don't know. If I was just made, I'm okay with that. But I think that, as my ancestors, how they understood, this triskelion here, father, mother, child, that we are part of an eternal family. You have the All Father, the Great Mother, and all of us, and our older brothers and sisters, the gods. I'm open to that idea, that we have always been here in some form. But if we were made, same thing applies, right? That you are made to be loved. That is the only reason. When you make a baby, normally, when mature people, they want to make a child, they do it because they want to love that being, right? That is the meaning of life. And why does love have this infinite meaning? Well, the example I can give you is I've been married for 26 years. The love grows, right? It does not have an end. There's no time when you arrive at a complete love. I'm still loving my wife. She is a goddess to me. She is a being that I infinitely receive from, and I infinitely give to. This love does not stop. In the act of loving another being, what becomes known of them, this evolution of personhood, is unending. I don't know. I cannot. When you look at another person, you can't say, "I know them." You know things about them, but knowing them is to step into the infinite, the experience of love. Really, there is no end to that. Now think of that from your own perspective. This is why I have a problem with certain Christian teachings about heavens, like it is the ultimate thing. There is no ultimate thing. The idea of heavens, of immortality, is right now. You are in that process of receiving love. And this is another thing I hate about Christianity, is that the New Testament says if you're not doing what the God wants, you are no longer loved. You are headed for destruction. That is not love. That is not love. You are loved right now, even though you're not doing anything to respond to it. You could be doing some bad shit right now. You are still loved. That is for me, that is the meaning of life. It is a romance, an ongoing romance. Let's see. But, I'm a Cancer, I think, emotionally. So, let's see. We Cancers are romantic. We're clingy, right? We always want to go deeper in the emotional experience. Oh, friendly Moose, good to have you here. You imagine thinking God is female. Well, if you like penises that much, there's nothing wrong with that. Good for you. But I like my gods with vaginas. What is my religion? Spiritual entertainment. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, where are we at here? Joshua, you're a terrible preacher, by the way, because when I was a Christian preacher, I am no longer a Christian at all. When someone wasn't interested in my religious preaching, I would stop. I mean, that's what you're doing is being rude. The meaning of life for Athena is to experience and learn from those experiences. Yeah. And if you go, all experience is based in personhood. It's based in the reality of a loving reality. Who is my God? Right here, Keredwin. God is a woman. Keredwin is his goddess. That's right. Proud of me if I am found disrespectful. You're being rude. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Now, if you want to share your Jesus experiences with us, that's wonderful. I don't have a problem with that. But you're trying to proselytize us. We're not interested in that. Give us your testimony. Tell us about what divinity has done to you. That's wonderful. I don't give a shit about your Bible verses and stuff like that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Good to see you as well. I can't even see your name. It's disappeared. Am I a pagan? No. Just one for me. Keredwin, right? Yeah, I am not, now I associate with pagan people, but I am not a pagan. I am an agnostic, really. I don't do any rituals. I don't worship. Now, I don't have a problem hanging out doing that, right? The only rituals I do are what is in the order of bards, ovites, and druids. That are rituals, which are very generic. You could put any deity into it. When I get together with my druid friends, that is the only time I worship proper in terms of ritual, and it's usually just very open. And we have so many people in our druidic community, in our seed group, that there are pagans there are monotheists, and there are people like me who are I have Keredwin is, I don't worship her. She is a mother to me. I don't worship her. So I'm not really a pagan proper, I would say. Keredwin is the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Alwyn but by her. Yeah, I'm doing good, Joshua. Thank you for asking. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the Tweakers Geographic. Well, you're doing a tweaking here as we are discussing spiritual things. You got your ass out. You are shaking it all. You are vibrating it onto the screen. Thank you. There is no sin in the cauldron. That's right. There is wisdom in the cauldron, and sometimes yummy tomato soup. Athena is your goddess. Keredwin will be like a friend. Yeah, they are friends, right? Keredwin is friends with all the good deities. Why would God make our bodies this way? And while we're sowing the seeds of dissent? Yeah, that's the understanding of the creator deity in the Abrahamic religions. I don't think is good, right? I don't think it's good. It is the idea that you are everything about you is already known, and and then you are made to be punished. Really, I mean, it's terrible. Another way you could look at it in a more positive way is that you are given birth. You come from a reality that you're not separated from, but you're not at the same ability in terms of its existence. But you are invited to experience that. You're invited to grow into that. And when you start out growing, you make terrible mistakes. Shit happens. But the story continues on. This isn't your destiny right here. Some of us have shitty things, right, that are in our life right now. That's not your destiny. That's not how you're going to end. That's not the end of your story. We have the ultimate bard, singing the tune, and we're the notes, if we want to be, in that story. Your accent, where are you from? My accent is Water Deviant. Jesus is coming, repent. His dad's kingdom is at hand. Don't give a shit. Good to see you, Holly. Oh, where are we at here? Your goat ate a reefer. Oh man, that's terrible when our animals eat our reefers. What is my favorite color? I'd say green. You see, I have a green sweatshirt on here. I think green would be the color of reefer. Let's see here. You like tomato soup with meatballs and vermicelli? Let's see here. If God didn't want me sitting, she would have made me my hands reach my waist. Oh man. Oh man. Let's see here. Oh man. Can I do it 169? Oh man. Yeah, Cadadwin has a good time here, right? With all of our humor. You can make God laugh. That should tell you something about what the meaning of life is. To make a God laugh, right? Think about that philosophically, right? Your purpose is to make a God laugh. How are you doing it, right? What are you doing about that? It's the Clone Wars in here. Oh man, who is your God? She's right behind me, Cadadwin. Cadadwin and my wife trade off. She takes care of the spiritual. My wife is the biological goddess. We're not interested in your Bible verses here. No, thank you. Yeah. You just can't help yourself, Joshua. You said, I'm sorry for being disrespectful. I'm like, you're being rude. Please talk to us about your experiences of spirituality. And you just keep quoting the Bible verses. Let God be true and every man a liar. That's your invitation to continue to be rude, right? Your end is hell. Screw you. Fly, as you call yourself. Fly, 9142. Here's the sign of the cross to you. Screw you. My end is not hell. My end is wonder. And so can your end be. Stop living in this evil religion of yours. Let's see, where are we at here? It's crazy how our beliefs can trap our consciousness. Yeah, it keeps you not growing, right? And that's one of the evils of the Abrahamic religions. You stop. You are enslaved. I was enslaved. I know what it's like. 30 years as a Christian. I know what it's like to be enslaved. Now, I didn't know any better. And I feel that very honored that the goddess led me out to be able to hear that gentle voice, the divine Sophia, the wisdom of God, bringing me out of the enslavement of the institution of Christianity that I was in. And I feel I have grown. I don't think I was not growing during it. Maybe, I kept trying to adjust with the bullshit. The natural progression was to eventually leave, I guess you could say. Let's see, where am I at here? Just a bit behind. Oh man, it's too early for an exorcism. Exorcism. It's demon's time. You have rebuked me in the name of your Jesus. Exorcism, exorcism. Here we go. Christian fundamentalism is the way to get the demons astray. There you have it. I had a cheerleader demon inside. Thank you for releasing me from its power. Oh, man. Now I feel like I'm ready to go down on the football field and do a cartwheel. Thank you very much, Christian fundamentalists, from saving this poor soul that I am from these demonic entities. Every day I get a rebuking, and I appreciate you for saving my soul. All right. Where are we going here? Oh, let's see. Now, some of your comments I've lost on here. YouTube takes me to certain places here and loses all the other comments. So I'm apologize if I haven't greeted you yet. Riki, Sovereign Joy is for you. Good. Glad to see you. There's so much more to learn from the thousands of gods and stories. Yeah. Oh, man. See. Yeah. There it is. What a beautiful hair she has. You like Kedadwin's hair? Very flowing, right? Very flowing. Let's see. I will flip over. Okay, where are we at here? You have a chromatic rainbow belt. Oh, my. The Telavani Mage is here. Good to see you. The Telavani Mage. The persecution complex of many Christians is insane. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things in the Bible calls Satan the accuser of the brethren. Look at these assholes. They're doing exactly what the enemy is supposed to be doing. Yeah. Let's see. Where am I at here? I am more confused than a gay. Okay, the streets. The streets are here again. We see you. We're calling out you, the streets, and your presentation here. Have I talked to Kedadwin? Yes, all the time. She says hello, Joshua. Let's see, where are we at here? Sophia equals harlot? I don't think so. I don't. God did not make our bodies this way. Educate us. Educate us. Orpham's clearly a child. Yeah, obviously. We're going to kick you out. If you are 18 years of, or younger than that, you're not welcome here. People talk about dildos and stuff on here. We don't want children here. Let's see. The chat was so nice until these assholes showed up and come break every rule of their little shitty book. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Vixus. This can't be a fallen world. There are flowers and blankets and hot cocoa. Yeah, this world is not fallen. Some people believe that. The ancient people, because they believe that because it was really shitty back then. I mean, it's like worse than a third world nation. The world was really terrible for them. So they thought it was fallen. I don't believe the world is fallen. I think it's just in a state of becoming. That's why when you're not where you're supposed to be, it can be shitty. Augmented Night, good to see you. Good to have you here. Let's see. Kedadwin 14:6. Kedadwin said, I am the way, the truth, and the cauldron. No one comes to the Awan but by me. Yes, preach it, brother. Preach the good word of the good lady. People who talk shit about Sophia have downed the Kool-Aid. Yep. The powerful play goes on, and you get to contribute to this. Yeah, all of us. This wonderful play. Think of it's hard for some people to think that way because of terrible things that we experience, right? But life can be certainly more than our struggle. Oh, man. Let's see, where are we at? Why are you mad at me speaking authority? Is this not the entertainment you are here for? Yeah, keep going, Joshua. Entertain us with your authority. Enslave us to your sexual desires. Embrace and not shifting awareness, renewal of the circumcision. It is for health and healers. Maybe. See, Sophia was her teachings powerful for a woman. The church destroyed her. Yep, and turned against the feminine. Yep. Oh, where are we at? You wish you could smoke weed as a job. I'm sure you're not alone in that. I'm sure many people would wish that They worked at High Times, right? You remember that magazine, High Times? It had all this information about reefers. I don't even know if they're still in publication, but when I was a pot smoker in the 90s, we had this wonderful marijuana magazine that was nice to read every now and then. Most people didn't give a shit about the articles. They were like, yeah, this is a weed magazine. I want to have a weed magazine on my table. Who's the girl behind? That is my goddess Keridwen. That's her cauldron there. Let's see here. You do know that when you are doing, God is a man of forgiveness, and man fell because of wicked. I think that's all bullshit. Pastor Jeremiah, as you call yourself. God is not pissed off at you. God is in love with you. That's what God is. Oh no, Bilbo Baggins has returned with his bullshit. He was saying, Dildo Baggins. That's who you are, right? We remember you. Dildo Baggins is here with all of his bullshit again. Oh, let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, my goodness here. What's up, Taylor, friend? Good to see you. Taylor Zadakai Calloway. Good to see you. Valina, you can catch the storm and rain, feeling goosebumps and something electric in your fingers. Is it weird? No, it is wonderful. It is your experience of the world. That's wonderful, isn't it? Don't question it. Don't seek it out. Let it be a moment of joy. Don't control it. Don't put the chaos in a box. Just let it be beautiful to you. Let's see. You can ask a question. Go ahead. Oh, damn. Where am I at here? I'm not too far behind. Where am I at? Wow, I am really far behind. Shit. Oh, let me scroll up to here. Right here is where I will be. God winks at your foolishness. Well, I would think God would be entertained by me. Not foolishness, but joy. I bet your God doesn't have a good time. If God is so real, does the Pope and the Catholic Church have had religious? If God is so real, I don't know. Your sentence doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make any sense to me? Yeah, good to see you, Valina. I got the Gwen Stefani level cheerleader energy. Oh, and that demon that came out. Yeah, that was funny, right? You never know what kind of demons come out. I'm like, shit, let's just see what happens here. And the cheerleader demon came out of me. You never know what's inside. The devil inside. The devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside, right? As the song goes. It's always a new demon. Thank you, Christian fundamentalists, for your hard work of exorcism on me. One day, maybe you'll get to the end of the barrel. I don't know. There's a lot in there. You know that Bible passage, we are legion, we are many. Well, mine's legions of legions. There's always another demon for a Christian fundamentalist to cast out of me. I am entertaining. Thank you. Christians hear your name and call you the devil. Your name is Damien. No wonder why. Your parents were quite cruel. If you grew up in the 80s with the name of Damien, people right now in our modern period of time, they don't know about the Omen movies. The late 70s. It came out in 82, I think. He was quite early. The Damien Omen movies. Now, I had a friend who his mother purposely named him after the movie. She thought the movies were really inspiring, I guess. But it's quite cruel, right? But your name is wonderful. I'm just saying, in terms of the culture during that time. If you people back then, they know what Damien the Omen is. It was I think they made like 6 movies or 3 movies in the 80s, and then they continued to make more. They made one in the 90s, and in the 2000s, they went back to it again, and it was quite well done. Now, the Omen movies, that is based on the mythology of the Bible. It's not like accurate. Some people believe this is that when they watch the Omen, that's really how it is. No, it is not. There's nowhere in the New Testament where it says the Antichrist is born of jackals, a jackal having sex with a woman. That is not in the Bible. Let's see here. They can keep true pyramid schemes going. You think so? Through the cauldron, we can all do cartwheels. That's right. Oh man, what would I do without fundamentalists? Yeah, there'd be no humor here, right? We would be lost. Thank you, Christian fundamentalists, for all the entertainment you bring here to us heathens every day. Good to see you again, our friend from the Philippines, Kitty Nico. Good to see you, Kitty Nico. Good to have you here. See, it's like a half pipe. Oh my. Let's see, where are we at here? Surrender, nice to see you. And Reiki Master Natalie is here with all of the Reiki energies. Good to see you, Natalie. Good morning to you. Blessed be. All right, where are we at here? Scrolling. Yeah, let's see. You are schizophrenic, so you actually hear voices. I know it's a medical condition, but after reading the Bible, many were having experience with voices all the way back then. It's a spiritual for sure. And it doesn't have to be a bad. Now, I'm not telling you about your mental health. I don't do that here. If you think these are spiritual voices, they don't have to be bad. Some of them might be there to help you. Some of them might be there to annoy you. You're the listener, and if, you have the power to listen. You have been given the ear. And I disagree that everything is schizophrenia when you hear voices. My wife, when she was younger, her parents, because she's like, I hear gods and angels. Oh, they put her in a mental thing and put her on medication and stuff like that. She's a medium. She hears stuff. It happens, right? Let's see. Where are we at here? You know this is evil, right? Screw you, Pastor Jeremiah. There's no evil here unless you bring it. There's only good things here in the cauldron of Galadrin. Demons put 6 feet down underground. Lack of acknowledgement. Flowing demons are trying to dimming your lower frequency light. Well, you're in control of your light, not the demons. It's your frequency. You're in charge of it. Oh man, Germ Forbase, good to see you, our good friend. When I walk in the woods, you feel the presence of nature. It lifts your spirit. See, that's wonderful, right? That's wonderful. William Robertson, I am doing good. Thank you. Glad that you are here for your spiritual entertainment today. Let's see here. Scrolling through. Yeah, I'll be on here probably another 40 minutes or so. And I will return tonight for your spiritual entertainment as well. You're going to buy a baby tiger and raise it in your apartment. Oh, that might be dangerous. Think of all the bowel movements you have to deal with in your apartment building. Yeah, how can anyone look at wrapped dresses and think it is a fallen world? It's to surrender yourself, to make yourself a slave to a teaching or belief that belief will always rule you. Yeah, that's what Christians do. They are told to surrender to the ideas. even though they don't even have no real contact with the spiritual power. They are enslaved to ideas. The garden was a prison. There are some mythologies they look at the mythology of the Garden of Eden as these Adam and Eve are created to be slaves. And then the serpent comes along and says, that guy is bullshitting you. You're not going to die if you eat from that. You'll be like the rest of us. They don't want you to do that. It is treated in a positive. What happens in Ceridwen's cauldron? There, the Awen, the flowing spirit, the inspiration that all bards crave. Her cauldron brings it to us. Let's see. Another shepherd leading his flock astray. Screw you. There's no one leading anyone astray here. People enjoy being here. I am not a shepherd. I am an entertainer. That is all that I am. Let's see, where am I at here? State of consciousness. You're talking about Sophia in the Gnostic myth. Oh, Shannon comes to be with us, and the smoke fills the temple. Nice to see you, Shannon. All right. You had a High Times magazine back in the day. I bet you did. All this free will, and you decide to be an asshole with your freedom. Yeah, some of them, they're quite terrible here, right? And their bullshit that they bring on the channel here. The painting of Our Lady of Guadalupe is a real miracle. And the eyes of reflection. Yeah, I believe it is too. Yeah, I believe that what the Catholic churches, they made her into the Christian goddess over there. She had a very important. She was the mother. Of the Aztec religion. Where she appeared was where the shrine she once had was destroyed by the crazy Christians. She appeared on that hill and spoke to her son Juan Diego there. The Christianity was a helpful tool for the great lady Sophia there to manifest and to get them to stop killing people, her Aztec children. Christianity was a great way to heal their damage done. Even though with all of its bullshit, it still has the power to heal in a great way. And so this Aztec goddess, her children went astray. They're sacrificing humans and shit. That was her way to bring people out of that evil in the world. And now the Catholic Church, they only see her as the Virgin Mary. And if you study all of the so-called Marian apparitions that have happened in the world, she never says who she is. It's the people with the theology that turn her into this, what they want her to be. I think the Great Lady has been appearing throughout human history, helping to get us on track and using our way of understanding to help us to be productive, right? Let's see here. You used to have a few issues. You think High Times Online is... they have High Times online now, Joseph? You think it's cooler? What's in the background, Vori? That is my goddess, Ceridwen. That is who it is. I don't give a shit about your judgment, Joshua. Don't care. Homie should be a principal of a high school. Not interested. Not interested. I am just an entertainer. I am not a teacher. How are you, Father? I'm doing good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not here to teach anyone here. I am an entertainer. That is all I am. Just a bard. I am no one's teacher here. Oh, let's see here. Where am I at here? Just lost a shitload of comments. Let me see if I can find my way back here. Oh, where are we at here? How you feel about Jesus? Jesus and Ceridwen are friends. That's how I feel about Jesus. Who is Kriya? You have to educate me. God requires perfection. Screw him. Screw your God, Joshua. Screw your God, who asks for something that he himself cannot do. Because that's what you find in the Bible. You have a God who needs everyone to do his shit for him. Needs the devil to do his dirty work. He needs people to tell others about him. He needs them to fight wars for him. He needs. Gets jealous when other gods are around. Is afraid of a golden calf. Gets pissed off about a statue. Your God is not perfect. He's an asshole. He's perfect at being an asshole. But perfect, no. Perfect love casts out fear, said the Apostle John. Your God becomes the source of it. Isn't that, you have these wonderful sayings in the Bible. Like, I don't throw the Bible away. It is a mythology to me. I throw the idea that God is an asshole out of the way. But there's wonderful Bible verses that are very helpful, like perfect love casts out fear. Well, the God being talked about ultimately by Christians wants you to be afraid. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? Shit like that. They want you to be afraid. It's a contradiction to what's in the book. Oh, where are we at here? Have you ever done a removal of demons from anyone? Yes, demons have been around forever for me. Helping people, helping myself. It's something I do not enjoy, but I certainly would help someone if they needed it. I don't ever want to do it. I don't like it. It takes a toll on you. Got my allergies bothering me here. Oh man, I gotta go take another Claritin. Okay, where are we at here? Let's see. Knights. Let's see. God requires perfect as an evil being. Yeah. We have no interest in fighting, hating, blaming, or being petty with what other time we have left in our lives. We wish to live, to be happy, to be loved, and to have peace. And that should all that we should be seen doing, right? For God to destroy you because you are trying to find a good life and you weren't doing it the way he wanted you. It's pretty evil, right? Horrible person, yeah. You're talking about the Star Wars game, Televani Vage, the Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, that was a wonderful game when during its time. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Wonderful RPG, turn-based, quite well done. Many challenges to it. I would have liked for it to be, it's semi-open, right? To have it a little bit more open. It's semi-open. It's not like it's linear, right? In terms of your path, you can choose light and dark or middle. That's a wonderful thing too. It's been years since I've played those, yeah. Our purpose on this wondrous earth is to create and spread love and beauty. Yeah, you can't go wrong with doing that. Are you for casting out demons? Yeah, go ahead. You can come back later and cast one out of me. We've already had a demon exorcism. It was one that hurt my back. The spirit of the cheerleader. Oh, someone called me Gwen Stefani. Her cheerleader song, right? Let's see. Trampus Bowmaster is here. Good to see you, Trampus. And Stephanie, good to see you. Stephanie Frimpong, good to have you here. Let's see here. People running out of the exorcism movie scared shitless. Yeah, that was scary back then. It was terrifying. Weird how ghost sightings plummeted once everyone had cameras, isn't it? Now, it's what's really weird is when you do catch them on camera. That is something. There's some. I think one of my family members has a little girl sitting on a log in their backyard. Yeah, I've seen like people, like friends in life who have had these pictures. I remember, and they're quite fascinating when that happens, right? Yeah. One of the movies came out in 2006. Oh, the newer exorcism movies, those aren't scary at all. Some of them are quite ridiculous, right? Yeah, the first exorcism movie, that will make you shit your pants. Once a demon tried coming into your room, so I attacked and swung at it. When nothing happened, you were gone, and I prayed and it fell asleep very quickly. Yeah, with an ethereal being. If you're using the fisticuffs, that's probably not going to be your best tool to deal with it. When you are seeing things, you do the opposite of what the vision wants you to do. Like if it has a scary form, has all these eyes and shit and horns, you go up and get it in its face and laugh at it, give it the finger. You don't let it push you around. You mock it. That's what you do. Same with UFO sightings. And Chet came along and suddenly hot again. Yeah, snake oil salesmen rejoice. Yeah, some of these sightings, the government, I think that these are things that we have yet to explain, right? These are great things that the government has been looking into. Exorcisms are often cruel and unusual for those who have mental trouble and associated trauma. Opinion. And to their credit, the Catholic Church takes that very seriously, because these Pentecostal churches, they destroy humans. They destroy them either in terms of their social status, or this mental abuse for these people. Yeah. Demons are very real to me, and so is mental illness. And to its credit, the Catholic Church understands that. And there's so much. This is what's the unfortunate thing is, sometimes people need immediate help. Like you watch the Conjuring movies. That is based on real shit. You have to go through all this red tape bullshit because of the mental health takes the first priority, right? And that takes the first priority. And you're right, Joseph, that when that doesn't happen, people's lives are ruined, or they are hurt, they are abused, and you find that these extreme things happening in Christian churches, right? Did you know that there's a comedy version of The Omen? No, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that. That should be funny to see, right? Wait, yeah, I remember that one now. I remember. Is that with Steve Carell? He's like the stepdad of Satan. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, I don't remember watching that one, but I think I remember that. That was a long time ago when that one came out, like in the 2000s. Let's see here. Let's see. Anyone ever seen Clifford with Martin Short? He plays this child that's really like he acts like he's like Satan incarnate, and he causes all of this trouble. And at the end, he changes his life and grows up to be a priest. I mean, that is one of the most funniest movies that I've ever seen in my life. And that was from the 80s. Yeah, very, very funny. And really funny. If you enjoy comedy, I can't recommend that more than anything. Let's see. What happened to Adam and Eve when they died? They weren't real. They are mythological characters in a mythological story. Adam and Eve are not real people. And that's very important for people to understand. They are not real. There's no way you could prove that they were real. The world is not 6,000 years old. Yeah, if you believe in Adam and Eve, you why believe in the narrative that goes along with it, that Jesus is born of this line going back so many thousand years. That would make the world 6,000 years. We know that this is not real. The world is, what, 4.5 billion or something years old. I mean, let's see here. Telavani Beach, you are a woman. Thank you. What did I call you a gentleman? I'm sorry if I did, or did someone else in here? Women are God's second mistake. Friedrich Nietzsche. Yeah, he's got some good sayings and some bad ones, right? Oh, yeah, it's terrible how people see women, right? This is the way that women are treated, really, I think, is because of the Abrahamic religions and their prominence in the world, the way that they treat women in Western society. You are studying the secret teachings of Yeshua, so you're looking into Gnosticism. You're finding a lot of value in that. Adam and Eve work at McDonald's. Yeah, I heard Steve got a job there too. Now they're having a fight over the French fries. Here comes Bitching Wayne. Yes, this is the dumbest show on YouTube. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you. No demons, just teachers. In a psychological sense, the idea of a demon is a teacher. But in a real spiritual entity, a fallen being, a evil god, they are not your teachers. They are assholes, or annoying sons of bitches that want to destroy you. That is not a teacher. That is something you have to understand, that especially Carl Jung's psychology, I don't think he ever met a real demonic entity, the way that he talks in his psychology, because he doesn't, at least he never clarifies from what I have read about a real demonic entity. For him, it's all himself, journeying with his self, his own psychology. I don't even know if he believes in entities that are around and do things and affect you. The demons that I have known and seen, they are not teachers. They want to destroy me, and they want to destroy you. That's my opinion, though, from my own experience. But there's the idea of the teacher demon that comes out of psychology, rather than what we know of dark entities in the world. Let's see. I am correct about schizophrenia. Well, keep in mind, I am not a mental health expert. I am an entertainer. Don't take mental health advice from me. I am an entertainer. Why would something malignant lead you to truth? Yeah. Let's see, where are we at here? You love how people give their power away? Yeah. That's what you find in many religions, right? You do all the hard work. I am your slave now. Yeah, screw you, Wayne. You're the only idiot here. Yeah, why do you keep coming back here and whining all the time? Oh, let's see. Where did I go here? I think we would listen to whatever's slight meaning of the Iceman would be. Why would he be our God? I don't know where you're going with that. You're talking about aliens. Yes. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. If you appreciate what I'm doing here. You can also join us on Discord. There's a join button over there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can join us, become a member of our Discord community. Yeah, Noah and the flood is not a real story either. Let's see, where are we at here? The truth that there is no good and evil, or right or wrong. Yeah, I don't adhere to that myself. They're certainly evil. I think that's inappropriate to say that you need evil and good to be equal. You don't need to have any evil. There's only chaos and order, and you need both to find beauty. Oh, let's see where I'm at here. You have some problems with the Jezebel spirit, Father. They would wound me up, and I wounded her and Mother Marian. Yeah, you've been scammed. There is no Jezebel spirit. You're listening to a bunch of Christian propaganda and bullshit to make you feel guilty about yourself. You are struggling with your sexuality. That is not a spirit. That is you. In your struggles, you need to understand that your sexual desires are not bad. They are wonderful. Your how you've been, treating your sexuality has been inappropriate. You have to see it as something wonderful that needs guidance, that needs development, and not something that leads you to this place of being enslaved to your sexual desire. Oh, let's see here. I'm getting cooked right now. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I am getting there. Yeah, I can feel getting a little bit tired. You have a memory of looking at a planet and a flood swept over it. You could hear thousands of voices crying out. Yeah, I don't think I believe in there's certainly evidence that flooding happened, and I think but I don't see it as no. Certainly that has happened. There's been like an ice age that covered the entire world, right? There was time in periods of humanity, right? Certainly there was perhaps some great catastrophe that happened that caused flooding in most of the world. But I think there was certain places where floods did not happen, where survivability was possible. Like maybe in the tip of Africa or you know, other places around the world. I think like the Aborigine people were always here. They never had a flood down there. I think, I like their mythology a lot, the Aborigine people. They come from the dream time, the time beyond the time. I think that they have a wonderful mythology. This is a waste of time here. Bye. Yeah, leave, dickhead. You don't have to be here. Let's see, where are we at here? So Enoch, where did he come from? He's not real. The book of Enoch is mythology. He's not a real person. It's a mythology that has a very powerful theology in it about divinization, about how human beings become divine. It's a very important mythology for that time. Oh, where are we at? That is. It's better to have questions, right? For the wages of sin is death. Yeah, screw your God. Yeah, you couldn't put every species in a boat. That is unless it was like something like high scientific DNA. Think about there have been like movies that have like I remember in James Bond, they had like one of the earlier Bond movies where he goes into space. They have this arc thing up there. There was another movie that was like that as well, with all kinds of DNA and shit on it to repopulate the planet. That would be like going real scientific with the mythology. Oh, damn. Let's see, where are we at here? Let me scroll through some of this because I got about 20 minutes or so left here. The movie is from the stepdad's perspective. It was actually good. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Old lady eats raw steak and turns into a demon and runs up the wall and shit. That sounds entertaining. You like Clifford, Lucid? You like Clifford? Yeah, that was funny as hell, wasn't it? Funny as hell. Oh man. William, you are a good person in your kingdom too. Wonderful, Eric. I'm glad that you enjoy William. Ceridwen is the only God. I agree, Thomas. It is Ceridwen only for me, and nothing else. And just this great Lady Ceridwen. The Book of Enoch, Augmented Night, is a mythology. It is not real. It's a symbolic interpretation of the ancient theology of the temple of the Hebrew people. It is not real. Nothing in there is real. It's based on things that are in the world that were reinterpreted. No, I'm not against the idea that there were divine entities that procreated with us. That's a wonderful idea to me. But the mythology is what is written. It points you to things, and there's a lot of universality in the mythology that you could say, well, maybe that's the way it was, but we don't know. We don't have any evidence for it, right? The historical reliability of mythology, there's no real value there. So when it comes to the Bible's mythology, there's no, this is a reinterpretation of events from a mythological lens. And the idea, I think that some people, you are pressured into defending this truth with your life. Like you get really pissed off when someone says, I don't believe in that. Or I don't believe in this in the Bible, or, some of these, you get like a real defensive and feel like you must defend it. You don't need to defend it. It's an idea. If you realize that you just have an opinion too, that you can say, this is just my opinion, it's no big deal. But some people I remember this Christian I knew when I was a Christian. I'm not a Christian no more, but when I was a Christian, I told him I believed in evolution, and he got pissed off. I'm like, why can't a deity be in charge of the evolution? He was like, well, the Bible is this way. He was getting angry with it. I'm like, it's just I go, you could be right too. It doesn't really matter, does it? Right? It's just an opinion. But he felt he had to get pissed off and upset. This mentality comes to you from a person of control that they teach you to be afraid of being wrong about an idea. And I think that sometimes I know I've been that way before. It's good to have ideas that are different, that about things like that, right? About the ancient world and mythology. I'm willing to believe the Odyssey is all real. I hope it is. Its mythology is beautiful. It's wonderful, right? But I know it's mythology. It points you to greater realities. Let's see here. Can you prove these so-called possessions, spirits are real? I don't have to prove it. It's from I'm not forcing you to believe in it. When someone provides an idea, there's no see, you're getting defensive about people having possessions and things like that. There's no reason to disprove it. Who gives a shit? Why do you feel the pressure to make me want to prove my experiences to you? They're my experiences. You don't have to accept them. Don't have to believe them. I don't care. There's nothing to prove unless it happens to you. That's the only way you can experience that thing, right? But I'm under no obligation to prove anything to anyone. I am just an entertainer. Let's see, where are we at here? The Imitation Game is a good movie for you, Athena. Let's see. The original White Noise movie freaked you out as a kid. That was a good movie. Yeah, I remember that one. Very scary, right? Now I don't know if it's the same one, but the ending is not really good, right? They follow the signals in the shh. You're looking for all these. And then you have this experience at the end that was terrible. They get pushed off a balcony or something. There's all these TVs. I can't remember it, Ruba. Muhammad, you want me to believe in God, prophets, and afterlife? No, I am not a Muslim. I'm not interested in the Abrahamic religions. That's right, Michael. All that is variable is your experience, right? You're not obligated to believe in it. Why did Catholics make up the Nicene Creed? To control people. They wanted to be the only Christian voice, and they had the imperial edict to back them up. Event Horizon, that was scary. The Shining and Doctor Sleep. Really good, really well done. Let's see. Abrahamic religions treat women as lesser beings. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I look like a Jew to you. Jewish people are quite diverse. I don't know why I would resemble that. Thank you for your service. You're welcome, William. Nice to see you. How to spell Mark. Thank you for showing up here. Well, Jung put the spiritual world into psychology, language, but he clearly attempted to explain supernatural. He did. Thank you, Jeremiah, because I am unaware. I don't know a lot, just very little that I found helpful, dealing with the shadow self, the common stuff. We have Jeremiah is our Jung expert now. Let's see here. Demons are fallen angels, and earth women having sexual relations with giants. Now, can you blame them? I mean, you saw this wonderful being that is very powerful. Could you blame them? The mythology always wants to blame the women. You think pain drives entities and manifests around us in our heads as hate? Yeah, probably, right? Yeah, you believe it, and you believe enemy, and you'll never be convinced otherwise. Why? Why are you investing your life in a mythological idea? You certainly can do that. When you say, I'll never be convinced, you are saying this is the ultimate authority. If in biblical scholarship, the Adam and Eve story, it comes from another source. And so its historical reliability as its presentation is built on another story. And this is something very common in biblical scholarship. Now, you're free to believe in it all you want to, but the idea that you're making it an ultimate authority is going to cause you to want to argue with other people about it. When you're stuck in this is how it is, that's not really worth arguing about, right? Same thing with this. I know that you really love the Shroud of Turin. It would be wonderful if it was the Christ, but there's evidence out there that demonstrates that it is not real. You have to be able to look and not be afraid of that evidence and say, well, if I'm open to the possibility. I certainly am that it could be real. Do I wear other religious outfits? No, I was when I started this stuff of entertainment, I was working in a church. I am no longer a Christian. I just kept a shirt. Let's see. Where are we at here? Yeah, the idea that Adam and Eve are Neanderthals it's impossible to verify that scientifically. Why Neanderthals? There's been around 20 hominids that have been discovered, 20 different types of human beings. Why not Peking Man? You have all of these different hominids that have been discovered. Why can't they be Adam and Eve too? Why does it have to be Neanderthal or Homo sapien? Why can't it be one of these other species? Right? That was well explained. You're welcome. Crazy Carl is here. Good to see you. Crazy Carl, our good friend. Let's see. Evil is a concept, though, Father D. Anything that has the potential to lead what you consider as good can not be evil. And we can't comprehend what it was. Yeah, in terms of a concept, yes. You learn that early on in your evolution. Ouch. I want to stay away from that. You have the instinct to stay away. All right? You have this evolutionary reality built in you, to seek what is good and to stay away from the bad. We have that as a concept, certainly, but the concept depends on the idea that there is something good. They are not equal. Evil is not equal to good. When someone gets raped, you can't say that is a necessary thing for people to understand what healthy sex is. You have to be very careful in how you are presenting the balance between a good and evil thing. Let's see here. This is witchcraft. Yes, it is. Beware. What is this music here? What is this? Undertow. No, I want my Oblivion music. That's what I want. What is this? Yeah, I'm getting towards the end here. My body is a temple. Thank you. I'm glad that you worship it. Why choose witchcraft? Worst way to live. How do you know? I'm living wonderful. All of this witchcraft has been really great for me. It's got my penis hard again and everything after years of having erectile dysfunction as a Christian. Why do you want to take that way? Why do you want my penis to go back to its limp state? I love my witchcraft. Good to see you, Sally. Good to see you. I hope you become wise to choose wisdom. Yeah, I choose witchcraft for me. Yeah. Good to see you, Derek. Oh, where are we going here? Let me scroll down. Once I get to the bottom, I'll call it today. I'm almost there. Scrolling down. It's here on YouTube, 2 billion video. I don't know what that is. Astrolithisius. I don't know what that is. I talk complete rubbish. Well, you don't have to be here, dickhead. Why are you listening? When someone's speaking rubbish, I just walk away. Why do you have to be a dickhead about it? Trinity Ivy Moon. Good to see you, our good friend. Hope you are doing well. Glad to have you here. He don't have other religions. Imagine his wardrobe being full of other eccentric clothes. That would be fun to do, to have. But this shirt is a part of me. Right? It is what it is. You can see it as something good or something bad. It is a part of my story, a part of me being a bard. It's where I have come from. So it is a part of the story. Oh, let's see. Advanced technology seems like magic. Yeah, I would say. Even if the Shroud of Turin is real, they really can't prove that it was Jesus. Yeah, that's another thing, right? Would be fun to do if scientists, if you are one of these people that love the Shroud of Turin, is to go to the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, where there is said to be bloodstains in the cave below, to take those bloodstains, to take the DNA and the blood and everything, and do a comparison with the blood that is on the Shroud of Turin. And if you are really religious, go to some of those Eucharistic miracle things that turn into blood and compare it. That would be fun to do. Let's see. You asked me where else would I go, and I would still be here. That's not a question. I can really answer. There are so many different answers depending on what you ask. Okay. That isn't a question about my beliefs. I don't know what you're getting at. Yeah. I'm just an entertainer. That is all that I am. Take what I say or don't. If it doesn't help you, that's with all entertainment, right? You take the good things you like. Yeah, there's no obligation to accept anything that I'm saying here. I am just about making my way in the world. Oh, you recorded the speed of light in his garage. Wow. It's like asking how long is a piece of string. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, shit. Where are we at here? Happy Monday to you, Sheik. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Check the common ground on Discord. Oh, yeah, we have a wonderful Discord community. If you're interested in joining, there's a join button over there. People from all over, from all different walks of life, different beliefs and non-beliefs. Let's pray for my hairline. Go ahead. Does it bother you? That might be your fate. When you're a young person, you're like, oh, I have all this wonderful hair. Then you get old, and then it all goes away. Yeah, that's what used to happen to my penis, right? When, this is the way of old people. Oh, let's see here. One word change in the Bible can change the entire meaning of it. People try to simplify the Bible, not understanding many of the ideas behind it. Yeah. All right. Lord, please quit taking this man's hairline. Thank you. It can't continue us. Amen, brother. Thank you. Thank you for your prayer to save my hairline. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Scrolling through. Oh, man. Take his waistline instead. Yeah. Why don't you pray for my erectile dysfunction while you're at it? Breathe in, for, hold, for release, for love you. Condition, unconditional. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. The fat people disease. I don't want to take a shortcut. Why don't you use your Christian powers to save me from obesity and everything else? I also have high blood pressure. I also cholesterol. You can help me with that. I have natural high cholesterol. Doesn't matter what I eat or don't eat. That's something that runs in my family, is the high cholesterol. Let's see here. I get you now. I believe in reincarnation in this world. If we don't know where to go upon dying, sorry for the confusion. Oh, all right. I didn't know I was confusing. Hail, Killadwin. Oh, you're talking to the Inquisitor Bacon. Okay, I see. Now I understand why it doesn't make sense to me. What do you think about death and the afterlife? Oh, you're Inquisitor Bacon. Did someone say reptile dysfunction? Yes. Tell us your commercial. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was funny, right? Yeah. Heal Trinity Moon's PTSD while you're at it with all of your powers here. Shit, this seems like a depressing. Oh, you're talking, Tim. Yeah. All right. Well, I have gotten to the end of your spiritual entertainment for the day. Go check out my YouTube shorts that I just made before I started the show. You might enjoy it. A lot of druidry there. Some satire when I make fun of the God of the Bible. Thank you for being here. I will be back later on today around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring you more spiritual entertainment.